Hey there, welcome to First Five. If you're looking for encouragement, you came to the right place. Let's dive in.
Okay, so there are certain prayers that I don't pray. For real, like straight up. Prayers that I probably should pray more that I do not pray much at all, if I'm being super honest with you. Because I think sometimes when we're engaged in conversation with God, we often don't get to like the meat of what's actually going on. We like to stay on the surface level. We love to just be like, oh God, thank you for my family, thank you for all of this, keep us safe, da 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 da. And there may be other things. I'm not generalizing all of our prayer times and what it is that we talk to God about. However, there are certain prayers that I feel like as a whole we try to avoid, because then those prayers require inner work. Like the moment we say those things out loud, the moment we actually say those prayers out loud to God, then we have to evaluate what it is we just said and what it is that is actually going on in our own heart. And so here's a prayer from David. It's a psalm of David, actually, but it really reads like a prayer to the Lord. And this is not a prayer I'm gonna find myself praying very often, but maybe I should. Maybe I should grow in my ability to be able to pray this prayer, and maybe you should too. So let's look at Psalms 26, verses 1 to 3. I just want to look at those first three verses, and we'll talk about them just for a bit. So here we go. Vindicate me, Lord, for I have led a blameless life. I have trusted in the Lord, and I have not faltered. Test me, Lord, and try me. Examine my heart and my mind. For I have always been mindful of your unfailing love and have lived in reliance on your faithfulness. See, in a lot of ways, David is a relatable character. There's a lot of things that he does in his life that are like, oh yeah, you're messed up just like me. You know, there's a lot of ways in which you can see similarity between yourself and maybe the way in which David lived his life. But this is not relatable to me. This prayer is not something I pray very often, if at all. And it's something that I'm challenged by today to pray more, to come to God and ask him to test me. Let's look at the first verse. It says, vindicate me, Lord, for I have led a blameless life. I have trusted in the Lord and have not faltered. So this is David approaching the Lord and saying, judge me. Judge me. Look at my life. I've led a blameless life, so I think. So I'm coming to you, I'm presenting my life to you, I'm presenting my trust to you, and I'm asking for you to judge me. Is it pleasing? Is it acceptable to you? Is this what you mean when you say lead a blameless life? I don't think I'm that emotionally aware to even come to God with that type of like, okay, I'm vulnerable before you. This is what I feel like I'm doing in my life. Would you judge me? Would you show me? Would you vindicate me on whether or not that's the truth? I think it's a prayer that we can all get used to praying to God and say, God, look at my life. Often when we find ourselves in really good times where everything seems to be good, we're not sinning like crazy, you know what I'm saying? We're like, oh, okay, yeah, everything's going pretty well. And we don't take the time to go to God and say, look at my life. Show me what's true. Show me what's real. Show me if what I am doing and what I am living is in alignment with who you are. Vindicate me, Lord, for I have led a blameless life. I have trusted in the Lord and have not faltered. And then he says this, test me, Lord, and try me. Examine my heart and my mind. Like, I love the authenticity of this prayer. Test me, Lord. Test my ways to see if they're like yours, or try me. Examine my heart and my mind. Are the things that are filling my heart, are they like you? Are the things that are filling my heart, are they you? Are they things of God? Are they things of earth? Are they temporary things? Are they eternal things? What's filling my mind? What's filling my heart? Lord, would you test me? Would you examine me so that what I do, how I live, who I am resembles you in every facet of my life? David goes on to say, for I have always been mindful of your unfailing love. Been mindful of your unfailing love. When I come to you, earnestly seeking You're testing and you're trying. That word test is even more, it's beautiful because that word test in the original language really connotes the testing of precious metals. So test me, put me through the same process of testing and refining the purity of a precious metal, because I am precious to you, God. Test me, because I have always been mindful of your unfailing love toward me, toward your people. I've seen your goodness. I've seen your faithfulness. So Lord, would you test me with a gentility and a beauty that only you can? Would you examine my heart? Would you examine my mind? I am aware of your love. I have lived in reliance on your faithfulness. So Lord, would you be faithful enough to test me, to mold me, to shape me, to treat me like a precious metal, and refine me to make me look more like you. These are prayers that are hard to pray. My prayer for you today is that you would feel encouraged enough to begin to ask God to judge you, to test you, to look at your life and see if it lines up with his will and his word. I really hope that encouraged you today. We'll talk soon.